Hello again from my front porch. It is game day. Super Bowl 58? 58, I think.
Sure.
I think it's Super Bowl 58 because I looked that up at one point and pretty sure that's what it said. I don't. It's got a bunch of Roman numerals in it. You know, an L, some X's, V, and I. I don't know. But anyway, it's super, and it's the Chiefs versus the 49ers, or the 49ers versus the Chiefs, whichever way you want to cut it. And what's really interesting, of course, as you can tell, is Lisa and I are a bit divided on who we're supporting. Now, a little interesting story for you here before we go on with. Anybody who follows Super Bowl knows that this year's Super Bowl is a rematch from 4 years ago.
Yes.
And 2020, before COVID, like just a little bit before COVID, but in 2020, these same two teams faced off against each other. That was in middle or end of, I didn't look up the date for that one. I probably should have looked that one.
It was in February.
It was in February.
Yeah.
But the beginning of February of that year, February 6th, Lisa and I had started dating. We went on our first date. So we just celebrated our 4th anniversary of dating. Happy anniversry.
Happy anniversary.
Might as well get that out of the way before I get in trouble for the rest of the video. But we had just started. We got on the first date, and then some others and stuff, and we were getting along really well. And then along came the Super Bowl, where the two teams that we support were against each other. And so now I'm not a big sports smack talker anyway. I have some other friends who will go unnamed, Steve Roberts, but I have some other friends who love the smack talking. And sometimes I'll give a little back and stuff, and I'll post a few things that are, you know, kind of fun, kind of humor. But I try not to get really just, you know, in your face kind of stuff. So I've never been that way, and still am not that way. But that particular year, because, you know, I don't want to drive away the person that I just have started dating. I don't want to think what a jerk this guy is, running mouth on my team and stuff. So I nothing. I just lay low. I just and then that year the Chiefs did win the Super Bowl.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but fortunately I was out of town. I was not in town for the Super Bowl. So our relationship early in that stage did not have to endure us watching the game together. And so yes, my team won. I was happy about that. She was not happy about that, but it had the whole situation had minimal impact on our relationship because, you know, again, we both laid pretty low on the talking about it, and we didn't watch it together, so there was none of that sitting in the same room and, you know, one of us celebrating when the other one's not doing well and, you know, that kind of thing. So that was great. Well, now fast forward 4 years. Here we are, just celebrating our 4th anniversary again. Yay!
Yay.
And tonight, this afternoon, this evening here, our teams again face each other in the Super Bowl. Only now it's been 4 years. So now, still not big smack talking, but we are discussing it a little bit more this time around.
There might be some more smack talking tonight.
And we are going to watch it together in the same room.
Yep.
So.
And Wiggy's is right here.
Yeah,
and Wiggles is sporting her 49ers. Oh, you can't see Wiggy.
Here,
Her 49ers.
Here. Wiggs, hold on. I'm gonna hold. You're gonna fly. Can you see the 49er collar there?
49ers.
Yeah. Now.
And Sophia will be sporting some 49ers gear. So
yeah.
He'll be the odd man out.
Yeah, they you know, Wiggles and Sophia don't have any choice. They've been brainwashed by their mom. So it's
not true.
But for the record, the collar Wiggles is wearing, I did buy for her. It was Christmas gift for.
That's true.
So see, I can make those indulgences. Now, also for the record, I'm an Iowa State fan, Iowa State graduate, Iowa State fan. Lisa is not. She's a Hawkeye fan. And so we have the same issue when it comes to the Iowa State game. The same problem comes up. But now there is this added little wrinkle. At least it's a wrinkle for me. It's not as big a wrinkle for Lisa. Because Lisa is just like, hey, any angle that brings support to the 49ers, I'm okay with. But from my vantage point, see, the quarterback for the 49ers, Brock Purdy, is an Iowa State graduate. He was an Iowa State football player, and so I cheered him on when he's Iowa State. And I honestly, genuinely, I have enjoyed watching his rise in the NFL with what he's been doing with the 49ers. Because again, he Mr. Irrelevant, the last one in the draft, and nobody had any high hopes for him, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he explodes. He becomes this guy who does these great things in the field and leads his team and has great confidence. And so it's been fun seeing that happen, seeing that grow. And if the Chiefs weren't in the Super Bowl, I'd be rooting for the 49ers because of Brock Purdy. And Lisa said if the 49ers are in the Super Bowl, she'd be rooting for the Chiefs because she would be rooting for the other folks who are.
Yeah.
Plus, her mom and her sister also.
Oh, no, just my mom.
Oh, just your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, her mom Her mom also loves Marvel and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So see, her mom is really smart. Good job, Sue. But so for me personally though, this Super Bowl is I still want my Chiefs to win, but I really want to see Brock Purdy do well too. And if the Chiefs weren't in it, I would be like, come on, Brock, win a Super Bowl. This would be, because he ended last season injured.
Yeah.
And a lot of people weren't even sure when he was going to be back or if he was going to be back. And so not only was he back this season, but he was back and he's been pretty sharp the whole season. So what a great capstone to that season if his team won Super Bowl.
Right.
Unfortunately, the Chiefs aren't going to let him. So
we'll see. We shall see. We shall see.
So
start smack talking before the game. You might jinx yourself.
Yeah. Plus, we just got back from the store where we bought refreshments, and I suppose I have to be careful because if Lisa's going to do preparation of refreshments, I might be surprised at something that gets served to me.
I wouldn't do that.
But I tell you, let me just say this: going to the grocery store on Super Bowl Sunday, I mean that's like going to the mall Christmas Eve and Walmart on Black Friday combined. It's like,
it was packed.
It was, and not only was it packed, but I'm telling everybody's on a mission. Mm-hmm. And they don't care about anybody else that's in the store. They're just like, I'm going here, and if you're in the way, too bad. So it was that was interesting. We survived the experience though. A couple of things did come out of that experience though. The sweatshirt that I'm wearing. See, because Lisa pointed out to me that she's got a whole bunch of 49er gear. A whole bunch of apparel. In fact, some that I even got for you for Christmas.
Yep.
But she's like, and you call yourself a Chiefs fan. You don't even have anything to wear. And she was right. I did. That's not completely true. I had bought one thing when I went to the game with Alex. I had this nifty hat. See? But apparently Lisa did not want me to be wearing this hat for the whole game today. It's so fashionable though. It's
you can wear it if you like. You might get hot.
But so that was the only thing I had. I do have several Iowa State shirts, which
I said you go ahead and wear that because I'll just show your support for the 49ers
because of Brock Purdy.
And when we were at Hy-Vee,
yeah,
there were a lot of people wearing Iowa State sweatshirts and shirts. I'm like, see, they're supporting the 49ers today because of Brock Purdy, and I'm okay with that. We got him on our side today too.
Yeah, I told her you go right ahead and believe that. That's okay.
They're wearing them like it's Super Bowl, and then there was the one Bears fan who was sporting his Bears sweatshirt and his Bears hat. I mean, trying to be hopeful that they'll get in the Super Bowl once in God knows how many years.
Apparently he's under the misbelief that the Bears are playing today. So well, you got to be kind of delusional to be a Bears fan anyway. So
yeah, that's true.
Now, my daughter Ashley used to be a Bears fan way back when she was young. She used to love the Bears, and that whole kind of thing. In fact, there's pictures or video from a Christmas when they were both little. Where she got some like Bears T-shirts and stuff, and she was just all excited. Oh, and Alex was a Vikings fan. So it's like kids are so naive and stupid when they're little. So, but then Alex became a Chiefs fan after Alex Smith, the quarterback, came from the 49ers to the Chiefs. And that's when the Chiefs actually first got introduced into our household, and here we are.
He wasn't a fan when he was with the 49ers?
Well, apparently not. I don't know. Although now he still wants an Alex Smith 49er jersey, which are hard to come by because, it's been a while.
He wants
now.
a 49ers one, not a Chiefs one.
I think he already has a Chiefs one. He's already got one hanging on his wall, I think. So, it's hard to see it because of all the wall of tennis shoes and boxes, so those captivate. But anyway, so yeah, I also got this T-shirt too because I didn't have any, so I got two. Got this T-shirt as well. So I got this one.
Yeah.
With
I've got mine on too, but it was already on prior to us going live.
This one I had to, there was all kinds of people clamoring for these things. Had to wrestle a little old lady, to get this one, and
No.
fortunately I was able to use her own walker against her, and tripped her up and was able to yank this out of her hand. So the Chiefs are just so popular. People are clamoring to get that stuff.
I hate to tell you this, there was less of the 49ers stuff than there was of the Chiefs stuff.
Well, that's because they just didn't see a need to buy that much stuff. Who around here actually would care? They're actually, in her defense, there were at least two other people that I remember seeing in the store wearing 49er shirts as they were out shopping too. I think they were all going for the beer aisle because they knew they were going to need extra to drink today. I don't know. We were just looking up the stats for beer too. Well, we're on the only root beer we're going to be drinking today or the only beer we're going to be drinking is root beer. But driving home, I was like, man, I'll bet there is a lot of beer that is drunk today. And you looked at his how much?
325, million.
Yeah. Gallons. Yeah.
Enough to fill up 2,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools consumed on Super Bowl.
That is and that's not a year. That's today. That's tonight.
Just today.
That's oh wow. That is insane.
That's why the Super Bowl should really be on Saturday, so nobody has to go to work on the next day.
That's there. You see then that fact about the amount of beer that's drank that does bring to mind other questions. Because in fact in the car I said I wonder how many TVs get smashed on Super Bowl Sunday. But then also wonder how many people call in sick on Monday. They're the increase in sick leave calls.
Didn't they at one point think they were going to turn that into a national holiday the day afterwards?
Oh, I don't know.
Obviously didn't fly, but maybe they should just move the Super Bowl back a day so we all have a day.
I don't know why it's on Sunday. I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Well, I mean that's what we call it because it's on Sunday. But
a lot of football is on Sunday. The Pro Bowls, the pro football teams are always on Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Another thing I should have looked up before I record this, but why start preparing now? All right, well, we have a whole bunch of relaxing to do before the game starts, and we really need to get started on that.
And our cooking is gonna be so hard. Just put stuff on cookie sheets and put it in the oven. We don't have time for that. We have a game to watch.
That's right. We have to focus all our efforts in getting ready for that Chiefs victory. And slide that in there.
49ers. It'll be 49ers. We got to get Sophia. I put my little clip in there saying, "Go Niners, go Niners," when she's been really little.
Now, I did tell her that also as part of the that we can talk about that we sort of set a little bet for this year. She agreed, but then I found that I could replace the background with images that say 49ers as the champions or the Chiefs as the champions. And so I said, all right, so our bet needs to be whichever one of us, whichever team wins, both of us change our Facebook profile picture to the image that identifies the champs for 1 week.
Hope you're gonna like that one after today, honey.
Well, I will say this. this is an edge that I have over Lisa in today's game. Lisa just wants the 49ers to win. Boom, period, end of story. I want the Chiefs to win as well. But remember what I said about Brock Purdy? Even if the Chiefs lose, which isn't going to happen, but even if they were to lose and the 49ers would win, see, it's just subconscious. I still would have reason to celebrate because, again, it really would be cool to see Brock Purdy cap off his season with that. So it wouldn't be completely awful.
Well, on a 49ers win just means that we have Brock Purdy from Iowa State, and we have George Kittle from Iowa, 2 stars from Iowa on the winning team that win the whole Super Bowl. I mean, it sounds like that's the bigger win today.
Yeah, well, the Chiefs, we have Paul Rudd and Taylor Swift, so what?
Good for you, but they're not on the field. So.
Well, you couldn't tell the Taylor Swift. You can't tell that by the coverage. Everyone talking about it like she's down there making a difference on the field down at the games.
Well, maybe he'll look up at her. Kelsey will look up at her and he'll stumble and that he's out for the rest of the game.
It'll be like the movie Dodgeball when the kid on it says I love you and then boom gets hit by the ball and is that when
like that. Yeah. And unfortunately he'd be out for the game and I mean I don't know.
Well, we would hate to see that happen. I would hate to see that happen. I don't think she would.
I'd be okay with it.
As long as he's not permanently injured, just a little knocked out for the game.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be a fun one. Done like 4 years ago where everything was very low key. This time not so low and not so key or whatever.
Nope.
What do you think, Wiggs?
She says 49ers all the way.
What do you think? Oh, no. See, she's looking at me. That means she wants Chiefs.
Traitor, Wiggles. Traitor. You're my dog, supposedly.
All right. Well, with that, we'll let you go and see you next time from my front porch.